March 27, 1999. The skies over Serbia are a chaotic mess of clouds and rain. In the cockpit of an F-117 Nighthawk, Calcine Vega 31, Lieutenant Colonel Darrell Zelko is a man alone. His F-16 escorts have just been ordered home due to the storm. His mission: strike a key air defense command center near Belgrade. He's flying the world's most advanced stealth bomber Ghost on radar, no larger than a tennis ball on enemy screens. It's a machine that has never been touched in combat, until tonight. Because, on the ground, a Serbian anti-aircraft unit, led by Lieutenant Colonel Zoltán Dani, has been waiting, and they've cooked up a plan to trap the Ghost. Dani's unit ISNT, using their high-frequency targeting radar that would alert the Nighthawk and be easily evaded. Instead, they're gambling with an older, long-wavelength P-18 surveillance radar. It's clunky, it's flooded with clutter from the storm, but Dani theorizes its lower frequency might just paint a blurry picture of the invisible jet. As Zelko approaches the target, the Serbian screen is a snowstorm of false signals, but Dani's trained eye picks out a single, faint pixel moving with purpose. The Ghost has materialized. This is the critical moment. To fire their SA-3 missiles, they need a precise lock from their targeting radar, but when they switch it on, nothing. The stealth technology is doing its job. For a tense 20 seconds, the Nighthawk remains untouchable. But then, Zelko does something that changes everything. He opens his bomb bay doors. That single action increases his radar cross-section dramatically. On the Serbian screen, the blurry dot suddenly sharpens. Two missiles roar off their launchers, spiraling into the black sky. Zelko never sees them coming. He's already released his bombs and is climbing away. Mission accomplished. The first warning is the deafening lock-on alarm in his cockpit. He sees the missile trails pierce the clouds below him. He throws the Nighthawk into a desperate evasive maneuver. But the F-117 has no defensive countermeasures. His fate depends on pilot skill and sheer luck. The first missile whips past his canopy, a malfunction saving his life. The second does not. It detonates. A hail of shrapnel shreds the left wing. Instantly, the aircraft is engulfed in flame and thrown into a violent, uncontrollable spin. Pinned by crushing G-forces, Zelko knows it's over. Ejecting in a spin is incredibly dangerous, but staying is certain death. Fighting against 7 Gs, he pulls the ejection handles. A sudden, violent silence. He's tumbling through the air, strapped to his seat, disoriented. Then, the life-saving jerk of his parachute opening. He watches his multi-million-dollar stealth jet, now a fireball, cartwheel into the darkness below. He's alive, but his next thought, man, Mom is not going to be happy about this. Now begins a desperate race. Zelko is deep behind enemy lines, and his bright orange parachute is a beacon. He buries himself in a muddy ditch, camouflaging with earth, as a massive manhunt erupts around him. Soldiers, police, and civilians swarm the area, hiding just feet away from search parties. He faces a tense moment, a snuffling dog probing his hiding spot. Knife in hand, he decides not to strike, knowing its loss would give him away. Then, a crackle on his survival radio. The rescue team, call sign Sandy, is here, but nothing is easy. His infrared strobe fails. With enemy flashlights closing in, he makes a fateful choice. He pops a brilliant white flare. It reveals his position to the rescue helicopter and to every Serbian searcher for miles. As the MH-60 Pavehawk swoops in, the radio urgently barks, "Snuff your flare. It blinds us." Zelko plunges the flare into the mud just as the helicopter touches down. He sprints, is hauled aboard, and they lift off with seconds to spare. Zoltán Dani and his crew made history that night, the first and only team to shoot down a stealth aircraft in combat. When asked, Dani likened it to scoring the winning goal in a football match. The recovered F-117 wreckage was publicly displayed, a propaganda coup, but the story has an unexpected epilogue. In 2011, over a decade later, Darrell Zelko finally got his wish, to meet the man who shot him down. The two colonels, once mortal enemies, met not with animosity, but with mutual professional respect. Pieces of Vega 31 are still on display at the Museum of Aviation in Belgrade. A tale of advanced technology, human ingenuity, and ultimate survival. This wasn't just a missile hitting a plane. It was a calculated trap that changed modern warfare forever. What other declassified military mysteries should we dive into next? Let me know in the comments.